Welcome back to Carneades.org. Today we're going to be continuing with our series, 4 weeks of famous philosophers. In this video, we are going to be looking at Socrates himself. Yes, Socrates, the father of philosophy, the gadfly of Athens, and the original martyr to dissent. Now, Socrates lived around the 4th century BCE, and he did not look as nice as this lovely picture I've created over here. He was famously very ugly, with a fat nose and bulging eyes. He would even wear the same clothes for days on end. He was looked down on for this, significantly, as Athenian society very much valued male beauty. But despite natural disadvantages, Socrates became arguably one of the most famous and influential philosophers of all time. Socrates never wrote anything himself, and it is often difficult to separate his ideas and personality from those of his students, particularly Plato, from whom we get much of our information about Socrates. And we're going to be talking about Plato in the next video, so stay tuned. Now, Socrates argued in the Athenian agora with anyone that would listen. He was known for spending time with the young rich men of Athens, many of whom he took on as students. His students would relish his dethroning of all of the local intellectuals in the agora. The elenchus, or the Socratic method, involves Socrates questioning dogmatic intellectuals and demonstrating that they held contradictory beliefs. This dialectic reversal of asking questions and using someone else's claims against them became a staple of education and of philosophy. Now, the Oracle of Delphi claimed that Socrates was the wisest man in Athens. This shocked Socrates because he famously claimed, "All I know is that I know nothing." And so if there were anyone that seemed to know more than that, then he would surely not be the wisest man in all Athens. And this kind of contradiction led him to question the claims and beliefs of others to see if anyone really did know more than he did, because if they did, that would be a great teacher for him in the pursuit of knowledge. But after he found out that a lot of people held these contradictory and problematic beliefs, he concluded that perhaps what made the oracle think him wise was that he admitted his own ignorance, while others dogmatically asserted what they did not know. Socrates was eventually brought to court on the charges of corrupting the youth and doubting the gods of the city. Instead of pleading out, he argued vehemently in his own defense. Read Plato's Apology, if you're curious. He was eventually convicted and sentenced to death. Though he might have escaped or been given a stay of execution, he argued with his friends that he must follow the laws of Athens. He willingly drank the poison hemlock and died. Though he never wrote anything and was quite ugly, and was detested by enough of Athenian society that he was put to death, Socrates is still a hero for many philosophers, and held up as an example of what philosophy can do. He stood up for the right of people to question authority and doubt those in power, and died for that position. Therefore I give you Socrates, the father of philosophy, the gadfly of Athens, and the original martyr to dissent. Up next, we're going to be looking at Socrates' most famous student, Plato. Watch this video and more here at Carneades.org, and stay skeptical, everybody.